You are listening to Motivational Radio France with your host, Lonjago and Paris. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Motivational Hour. Today, I have the privilege of having a Nigerian motivational speaker called Tominwa Ogunremi, who is going to talk about talent today. So, Ogunremi, how are you?
I'm fine.
So, can you please explain in clear terms what talent is all about?
Thank you very much for this great privilege. One or two things about this important topic, talent. Going to your question, whenever I want to talk about talent, I like to relate ways that everybody will understand. Going by definition, talent means something that you are naturally good at, not something learned or something that was given to you. Something that is inside of you. And I like using natural resources. You know, every nation has one natural resource or the other.
Okay.
Yeah, and likewise, every woman has a natural resources, which I call talent.
Okay. So, yeah, job or anybody's job is to discover the talent, isn't it?
Definitely. Now left to you to cover the natural resources within you.
Okay.
Like natural resources on ground, everywhere around you. So it's your job now to discover, finding it, deploying.
Okay, good. So that's for you in a nutshell what talent is all about. But what's the difference between talent and gift?
Thank you very much. These two words are always interwoven and used interchangeably. And at times, when say in a way that everybody will understand, talent means them as I like to say it the way John C. Maxwell put it. He said, talent is a God-given gift that should be celebrated. Talent is a God-given gift that should be celebrated. So you can see here that it is inside talent and talent inside.
Right.
Now.
Yeah, okay. So talent, in one word, talent is gift, gift is talent. Is that what you're saying? Now, the question is, how do you discover a gift or how do you discover the talent, knowing fully well that there's no school that teaches you how to discover your talent?
Like any other, you are covered. And at times, so going by how to discover your talent, I have some, I did some research. These are some of the ways that I came up and discover your talent. Number one is ask. I call it ask. You know, you have a question. Who are the people to ask this question? Because at times, you don't know what you carry until someone around you even tells you, you know, you do this. So the number one person you have, in a way, is your maker. Who made you? Who deposited something inside of you? Who created the way you are? And that is your creator. Without going into any religion, I believe everybody has a way of communicating with our maker. So this is the first person to find, to ask, what did you put inside of me? Then secondly, you have to ask your parents. These are the people that knows you more than any other person. What are my dad, my mom? Is there anything that you noticed when I was growing up, even up to this moment, that I do well more than any other person? So you can ask your parents, then you can ask your friends. Those are the people that you play with, who you play football with, people we chat with. They know that you are good at this. You can talk very well. You might be a good lawyer. You might be a comedian. You might be an actor. So you ask your friends too. So then the last person you ask, funny enough, is yourself.
Okay.
Ask yourself. Ask yourself. That's about asking. The second way to discover it is you write. You sit down and pick a pen and paper and write. What are the things that I like? Because like I said, it's one thing. You have them. What are the things? There might be more than 10. There might be only 2. What are the things that I like doing? Things that I love doing. Things that I don't even know when time has gone. Why doing it? Something that even if I have not eaten for a whole day, I keep on doing it. What are the things? You write them down and put them in the order of priority, the one that do more, in the order. Then you can now say, what kind of topic do I like to discuss on? That's another one. What kind of topic do I like to discuss on? Some people, they just like to talk about sport. They like to talk about sport. Some, they like to talk about movies, some of the time that, some just like to talk about books. They like talking about movies. Some just like to movies.
Okay.
That's another one. What gives you joy? What gives you joy? Now, whenever I'm doing this, I'm happy. Whether I'm paid or I'm not being paid, it gives me joy. I just love doing it. Then another one is, what gives you fulfillment? What gives you fulfillment? Ask yourself, what gives you fulfillment? What do you do that after doing it, you feel like you have achieved or you have won a jackpot kind of? Then what takes away your time? That's another one. What takes away your time? There are so many ways you can discover your talent, but because of our time, let me just limit it at this.
Okay, good. So that the things you've just said now, some of the ways one can discover his or her talent in the world, right? Okay, that's good. So when you discover your talent, if for any reasons you discover your talent, what do you do from there?
Now, like every resources, like I said, no resources is useful until it is refined.
Okay.
No resources, no natural resources, maybe mineral or whatever, even plan that is useful as a kid. So the next thing you have to do is to develop it, is to refine it. That's the next stage. After discovering who you are, discovering your gifting, discovering what you give you joy, then the next thing is to develop it. And there are so many ways through which you can develop. So development, that is the next thing.
Okay, so you have to develop it. Do you develop it yourself? Do you need people to help you develop it? Or do you need to go to a school to develop your talents?
It's all encompassed, all inclusive. Mm-hmm. You have a part to play. Mm-hmm. In fact, you have all the parts to play in developing your talent. So along the line, there are ways in which you can develop your talent. Number one is, after you have identified, is to learn about, I like writing. Mm-hmm. I like writing. Then if I discover that I like writing, then what is right? And there are so many ways you can learn about the gift or a talent. Number one is go to a school or apply for a course, that teaches your gifting. Mm-hmm. That's just cool. There are so many types of, there are academics these days, writing academic, acting academic, singing, dancing, even comedy. So cool. The second one is seminars. There are seminars going on a daily basis everywhere, all around the world, talking about one thing or the other. You have to find the one that is peculiar to your talent and attend. Then the next one is 2 books. I'm talking about learning now. There's somebody that have done what you're about. There's somebody that have a talent. I have that particular talent that you have discovered you have. That person might have written something about it. Look for books that talk about your talent. Then the next one is online. There are so many resources online these days. The world is there. It's not even longer a global village. The world is now in a room.
Oh, so, that's good.
It's not in a room. Like we are thinking now.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes. We're 6,000 kilometers away.
Yeah. You can just go online.
Yeah.
Google your subject, which is your Google it, and read stuff about it. Mm-hmm. Then the last one about learning is through a trainer. Get a trainer. If music is your own, get a voice trainer. If dancing is your, get a dance trainer or teacher. You understand? Mm-hmm. Then another way of developing it is through mentors. Go and look for a mentor. People used to say that, will I get them? They will not listen to me. They will not answer me. I used to be in that class. But I discovered that they are even looking for somebody to put through. They are looking for people to put through. So just take a step, approach a mentor, somebody that have done what you want to do well. Look for the person, then ask to be mentor. They will mentor you.
Okay.
Then another one that I want to talk about, I have series of them here that our listeners will benefit from. Go for auditioning. Go for competition. Mm-hmm. There comes out through competition. You don't really know who you are until you are put through test and trial. So go for auditioning. Go for reality shows. Reality shows have made a lot of talented doing great things outside the city. So that's another avenue.
Okay, good. You've just enumerated the ways to develop your talent. Somebody said there are 2 important days in a man's life: the day he was born and the day he discovers why. Do you agree?
Yeah, very well.
That's right.
Very well.
Okay. So if you discover why you were born and then you do something about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That topic is actually my favorite, which is purpose.
Okay.
Now, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you don't know why you are here, you misbehave, you experiment.
That's
you waste time, you waste energy, you waste resources, and life depends in time.
Yeah, because I completely believe that anybody who cannot discover exactly why he was made or he was brought in this planet would spend time working for those who have.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Now, that brings me to the next question. Why or what are the reasons talented people fail? Why do they fail? When you discover your talent, why is it that some people cannot break through? Why?
There are so many reasons for that. Talent is not a basis for success, but it's the foundation. Mm-hmm. That you are talented does not mean automatically you are in success, or you are going to get to that climax in your career. But there are so many things that you have to do, like I said, like mineral resources, a crude oil, for instance. You have to refine it before you can get a fuel, aviation fuel, kerosene, and it's being called here. So there are so many things that can make a talented man very talented to fail in life. One of them is ignorance.
Okay.
Ignorance. I like a scripture in the Bible that said that my people are perished because they lack knowledge. If you don't know that you even carry a gift, or you don't know how to market it, or how to even develop the chocolate of marketing it, you have to remain in the same spot. And the people that know how to go to the city just run past you. So ignorance is number one. Number two is laziness.
Okay. I
told you earlier that it requires a lot of hard work. If you are not hardworking, you cannot break through, even if you are very talented. I learned that Cristiano Ronaldo, a footballer, and plays with Real Madrid, 10 extra hours practicing how to score a free kick. That is hard work. The same thing goes with to show up, you have to be hardworking. Number three is attitude. The talent will give a man a thing, but character is there. If you don't have a good character to sustain your talent, you may not go far. Attitude is everything. Thing I discover is lack of integrity. When people are looking for someone that they can trust, and once you are tried and you fail, you will not be tried again. You will not be given opportunity again to prove your integrity. Then I call the peak of time. Procrastination has killed a lot of talent. This has made a lot of talented people to fail.
All right. So it's wonderful what all the things you're saying. We all know that we need talent. We need to develop our talent. We need to work on our talents in order to maximize all the things we have on this planet and to make a change or to make a difference in life. Because I believe we're all born for a purpose. And as soon as we discover that purpose, we can follow it through and then get the results we're supposed to get. If you don't, you just end up living the purpose of other people, and that's not very good. Okay. I'd like to know, is talent enough for success and greatness in life? Is that enough?
Talent is not enough.
So what else do you need?
Like I rightly said earlier, you need hard work. You know, you have to be very hard work as a talented person. You have to be very hardworking. There's no time for play. You have not reached Eldorado. There is no time for relaxation. You just have to keep working. Working at your talents, working at day and night. Search for the biographies of great men all around the world. And it's always amazing. It's always amazing me when I find out that the people that are called the billionaires, they are always working at whatever they do. They are not satisfied with the level they are. They want to do more. And by doing so, the 24 hour is too small for them. So as a talented person, you have to be hardworking. Yeah, you have to be hardworking. And like I said, you have to be a study of your work, because you'll be dealing with people. There's no man that is working in isolation. Talent is all about sharing what you have with the people around you. You cannot be talented and you are just on your own playing your talent. Somebody has to pay you for the talent. And if you are not a man or a woman of integrity, somebody that can be trusted, somebody that keeps his or her word, then nobody will want to do it.
Okay, right. So someone said that success is measured in terms of who you know. Do you agree? I mean, because we're talking of networking here. It's all about networking, because I believe in the power of network, and I believe also that all the money we are looking for in this world are in the pockets of other people. Isn't it? All right. So your main idea or your main reason is to look for people who would help you to pay some of that money. You provide service for them, and they give you some of the money they have.
I agree with you 100%. You know, John C. Maxwell said something. Then the age of industrialization has gone.
Right.
Then the age of technology is running very fast. And we are now in the age of networking.
Right.
We are now in the age of it is as much as you don't want to depend on somebody, but the truth is that your success or your customer, your partner is always somebody close to you. So you may not be able to meet that person on the interconnect.
Right.
So I agree totally that you have to connect. You have to connect for you to get to that your price. So in connection, networking, that is the same thing now. You know, in this part of the world that we are.
Yeah, exactly. That's the power of networking. That's it.
Yeah, they call it man no man, but that's the truth. Recently, one of my brother was doing a research about market, and he called me when he got something online. I come and read, and I read it. I was shocked. The report said that one of the best ways you can even get a job. It wasn't written by a black man. It was an American article. Now, the best way to get a job is network. The best way to get a customer is through networking. But word of mouth or referral is the best form of marketing in sales world. So you cannot do without.
Okay, right. That reminds me of something that I had when I was in school. The principal of my school used to say that while you're going through this school, he said, allow the school to go through you. Okay, and he was saying that the power of networking, because if you look down and check exactly why do people send their children to reputable schools, it's not because of what they teach in that school. It is because of who they are going to meet along the line there. Because when you go to a reputable school, you have a tendency to meet people who are almost in the same level of thinking, the kind of powerful networks they have. And so when you come out from that school, you have a tendency to see or hear about old boys from that school that would help you to get jobs very, very easily, or that will connect you to something else. I tell you, that's one thing. There's a school here called it's a marketing school, in fact, where they do marketing and all the rest. People pay thousands of euros to go to such schools, and I guess the reasons why they go there is because of the name and because of the kind of people that will come there, students that come there, and because they know that the power of networking is very important. And when you finish from such schools, your possibility of getting a job is quite high, or even higher than the normal person that went to a normal school. All right.
That's right.
So I believe in the power of networking. Yeah. I'd like you to talk about what is the difference between talent and purpose.
Good. Like I said, purpose, they are similar, but they are very different. Purpose is the intent, that is in the intention of your creator when he was making you.
Right.
When your maker was signing you, he has something in mind. That is your purpose. It's just like when a craftsman is making a chair, he has in mind that chair is for. If somebody comes up, start using it as a ball, that's like his use of purpose. That is what is happening to most people on the planet today.
Okay.
I used to say that purpose should be the number one topic that should be taught in school, because that's the foundation of everything. If you miss it, you miss all. So talking about the difference between purpose and talent. Talent is what is given to you to actualize your purpose. Talent helps you to fulfill your purpose. While purpose is that journey you have to embark, that goal you have to meet. Now, sometimes ago, can't remember where it says on the judgment day, you'll be asked two questions. Number one question is that what do you do with what what did you do with what I sent you to go and do? Like, I sent somebody to the market to go and get me a 2 barrels of yam, and the person gets to the market and come back with together. I used to ask, will I be happy?
No.
I will be happy.
Right. So that's in a nutshell what it's all about. Talent and the purpose, the reason why we are brought into this world. Okay. And I still believe that if anybody ever discovers exactly why he was created and goes head on to follow that, success is assured, and he is certainly going to make a difference in life. I believe that very much. So one of the reasons why people fail is they do not. I have a feeling that 60% of the people on this planet do not know exactly why they were created. And so end up living a life that were not designed for them. Okay. Thank you very much for all the things you have said so far. All right. So, before you go, have you written any book? How can somebody get you online? Tell our listeners who you are exactly, so that we know exactly who has been talking to us for the past 1 hour or 30 minutes.
Thank you very much. I've written 2 books.
Okay.
Yeah. One is Concrete Cell, Your Number One Enemy.
Okay.
That's my first book. Concrete Cell, Your Number One Enemy. And the second one is Journey to Greatness.
Okay.
Journey to Greatness.
Okay. Is it online?
Sorry?
Is it online?
Yes. Journey to Greatness is online. It's on Amazon. It's on Bain.
Okay.
And Noble.
Okay.
It's all over Europe.
Okay.
Because, it was first published in UK.
Okay.
By Esley Brace. But it was republished here in Nigeria. Later, that was last year.
Okay.
But it's online. It's all over the internet.
Okay.
Whenever I'm introducing myself, I like to say that I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission to help people discover, develop, and deploy their talent. That's my major. I love people fulfilling their purpose in life. I love people making use of what is given to them by their maker. And to me, I believe it's the easiest way and the fastest way to fulfill purpose and to be successful in life, So if you want to get me, I have a web blog that I like writing in my life. Writing is my life. So I have a blog I put on my mind on called www.tominwaogunremi.com.
Okay.
Tominwaogunremi.com. You can email me through tominwaogunremi@yahoo.co.uk.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can always send a message.
Okay.
You can even reach me. I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook.
Okay. Good.
Just Google my name. You see all about me.
Okay, Mr. Tominwa, thank you very, very much. We are pleased to have you on our radio, and I hope our listeners would have learned a lot from all the things you've said so far. I hope you would have time again to come and give us some more insight to your vision about life and the things you teach. I hope you have time one day to come back and talk more about your vision in life.
Mr. Doa, that is what we are made for. I will always be glad to do this over and over and over again.
Okay.
As long as people are being blessed.
Right. Good. Very soon I'll be running a live program. Okay. We're running a live program. Maybe I would invite you to come online and speak to our listeners live online. And in case anybody wants to ask questions, I will put them through to you. And maybe do you counsel online? Maybe.
Come again.
Do you do counseling online?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Right. So okay, that would be fine. I'll be contacting you very, very soon. And I'll put that through so that listeners can listen and maybe make phone calls and call and ask questions directly. And so we'll rub minds together again. Thank you very, very much.
It's a great privilege. I appreciate it.
Okay, so what would you tell our listeners about Motivational Radio France?
Wow, this is what is expected. I so much appreciate it because this is like training, life training.
Right.
To people.
That's it.
So it is a step in the right direction. I appreciate it.
Okay, that's a life coaching online. Okay, life coaching online. Okay, right. I'm giving you a global voice. Okay, right. I hope people around the world would know who Mr. Tominwa Ogunremi is from today on. Okay, thank you very, very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
This podcast was brought to you by the Motivational Radio France with your host, Lonjago in Paris.